Hey, how's it going? My name is Kevin and I am the Helpful Hero, here to help you leverage the awesome power that is HubSpot. In today's video, I want to cover some of the awesome new things that you can expect as part of version 51 of the Clean Pro theme that I'm releasing this week. This update offers some cool new design enhancements to the hero banner, a new option for the number countup module, and a few other cool things underneath the hood, which we won't talk about. We're just gonna focus on some of the cool new features that you can use to make your website look even more awesome. So let's go ahead and jump straight into HubSpot, and we're gonna go ahead and click straight into the hero banner module. Now, if you're familiar with this module, you'll know here on the right hand side, or the second column, you have the option to select from a range of content types. And this improvement is actually specific to the image content type. So if we scroll right down a little lower, you're gonna see a new option called Activate Scale and Position Settings, which is gonna give you this little option right here. Now, these scale and position settings are great when you want to go ahead and say position an image, maybe it's off screen slightly or a little bit lower than the content row that you've got set up. And largely you can do a number of cool things with this. And so that's why I wanted to provide you this level of flexibility with the image that you have on the page. So if we look back here, the other thing that you're gonna notice is I've given you control across desktop, tablet, and mobile. And we'll go into that in just a second. But let's go ahead and look at desktop. So here you're gonna see the option for image scale, which is gonna control the size of the image image position, so shift left or right, and then the image position up or down. So in this example, let's say that we just wanna shift this image kind of off screen slightly and then a little lower on the page so it overlaps the module or the row below. In this case, what we would do is we would come to the image scale and we would do something like maybe 1.8. Now keep in mind that whenever you use like a 0.1, it can go a long way. So if you were to put in like, 3 or 4 even here, it's gonna go a lot further than you might think. So please experiment with this. So we got 1.8 right there. Let's go ahead and apply changes to see what that does. Okay, that's a pretty good size right there. We'll keep it. And now we'll do shift left and right. So we wanna shift this image over to the right. Let's go ahead and try 135, hit apply changes. And that looks actually pretty good too. One thing that I like to do is open up a preview in a new window. This part's really important. And here in the new window, we can kind of see how that's positioned. That actually looks pretty good, even if I scroll my window a little bit. So let's go back and shift this down. So this little guy is kind of peeking here in the white. So we'll just go ahead and click column 2. Well, actually, let's go back into the hero banner, back into column 2. Open these puppies up, and let's shift this down maybe 90 pixels and see how that goes. Cool, all right, I mean, that's actually pretty good. I like how that looks. And so if we open up the preview again, we can just verify, all right, that's pretty good, at least good enough for this example. The other thing that I wanna show you that has been added is the option to actually add an animation. So if we scroll way down here, you can see you have a range of different animations. So let's just say we want this to fade in from the right. You also have the ability to set an animation delay. So if I left it at 0 seconds, it would fade in immediately once someone loads the page, or I can opt to say, let's load in after 1 second. Apply those changes, and you can see it's gonna take a second, and then it's gonna slide right in. This same animation actually applies to column 1 as well. So you can come in here and say, okay, in column 1, I want to fade in, and we want this to fade in instantly. We'll apply those changes. And let's go ahead and take a look at this in a new fresh window. That fades in, a second later, this fades in. And those are some of the cool new features that you can access as part of this hero banner improvement in this update. Let me go ahead and show you one more, and this one is related to the number counter update that's right here. This update includes the ability to toggle on the numbers to only count up once. So if a visitor scrolls to this section of the page, the numbers will count up, but say they scroll away and back, the numbers won't actually count again with this toggled on. Now, if you have this toggled off and we apply changes, the animation will actually happen every time this module scrolls into view. For example, if we scroll out of view and then into view, the animation will happen again. So this is gonna give you an even finer level of control. And those are some of the awesome new features that you can expect as part of this version 51 update. I hope you enjoy them. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments below or jump over to my website. I've got your back, and I do appreciate you using Clean Pro for your website. And with that, I'm out. Have an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later.